It's great to be looking at another week ahead of us, a week that also brings Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary. 64 years. Oh God. But also, unfortunately, brings with it protests that have been called for October 1st, which is tomorrow. Now, News Central reported last night that a number of organizations formed a coalition and met last night in regards to the protests. They have declared October 1st as National Day of Survival to protest the hunger and hardship in Nigeria, as well as to demand freedom for detained #End Bad Governance protesters and all victims of state repression. Now, you can see the organizations that are involved in the movement. We'll also see their demands shortly. But ladies, are we, well, when I say we, I don't necessarily mean us on this table, but do you think Nigerians have another protest in them at this time? I think there are about 12 or so demands. We'll keep seeing them on the screen.
You know, the recurrence of this protest is another problem. Because every time you do protest and it does not achieve what you want it to achieve, it waters down the effect. Even mentally, the people are no longer geared. Half of the people I have spoken to in recent times, do you know what everybody says? I just want to survive.
That's it.
I just want to keep my family together. And now we'll be on the streets. All these activists that come out and say we are fighting for a cause. The first one that happened, it was because there was no unity of purpose. You're going for a protest. We're thinking as we're going. There wasn't like, oh, this is exactly what we're asking for. Every pocket of organization had different.
But that's changing with this one. We've seen the number of organizations involved
coming together, except there
together.
is, that's why I said unity of purpose. If Nigerians really want to see the change they want, even these organizations have to convince the people that truly, this time around, you are doing this for us, truly. Not that somebody is going to call you at the back and in another 2 days, which we know, we predict it every time. Oh, they will call them into a discussion and they'll say, oh, we're giving the government some time.
That's sounding more like NLC than the civil organizations. And to be fair, many people would argue that civil organizations have done more, right, in ensuring that they're fighting for the rights of people. It's NLC that we know that sometimes when they call strikes, people don't take them as seriously because before you know they've called off the strike temporarily. But with the strike, I think it's a catch-22 because what we've seen happen is Nigerians are discontent. They're not happy. People can't make ends meet. So on the one hand, it's like a situation of flogging a child and asking the child not to cry. On the one hand, people are discontent, people are hungry, people are angry, they want to go out to the streets to protest. But if they go out to protest, they could be arrested and charged for treason. So it's literally beating a child and asking the child not to cry. And I honestly don't know what to expect tomorrow. What I do know is that if we do not see a large turnout of people at the protest, it will not be because they are not in support of the protest. It would be because they are afraid for their lives. They are afraid of being charged. You know, the effect, fear-mongering, you know, is a tactic that will be used to suppress people from coming out.